much. It's not that much. Very simple and then very short, so we can get home earlier than we expect. So case overview. So, yeah, this case is about Jane Loney wants to decide which types of stores to introduce in the new shopping mall at Puyallup Mall. So we are going to choose which stores to put in the new mall. So as we can do every time in case study, there's initial information. So they already have contract with supermarket, drugstore, and other essential store. And then this another constraint is they have 16,000 square feet available for new stores. And then the mission of this case study is to maximize present value of each stores. So these are the constraints: size of store, annual rent, and present value, which is the mission in this case study, and then construction cost. So you can see men's, women, variety, restaurants, and there are several categories such as clothing, restaurant, and then the store of hot goods, miscellaneous. Yeah. So we are going to maximize present value P3 in this presentation. So formulating. So we defined each figures with decision variables x1 to x5. The objective, as I mentioned, achieve highest total present value. So next step is okay. So the question, the information from the question: total floor scale 16,000 square feet. Then rental fee must at least 130,000 US dollar, and then construction must not exceed, the construction fee must not exceed 700,000. They must have at least one clothing, hardware, miscellaneous, 2 restaurants, and then no more than 2 clothing stores. There are so many constraints. So then the number of stores in miscellaneous group should not exceed the number of stores in clothing, and then hard goods groups combined. So there are many constraints. And then how we got the answer, we just used Excel. It was magic. Very simple, 1 second. It took only 1 second. So glad to deliver very simple result in this presentation. The magic happened. The answer was 701.8. And then how we get, just put the figures in the chart and then formulate. In 1 second, it happened. So 700. And then the result here as well. So annual cost. So square meter, 15.8. This also meets the constraints in the first and the annual rent construction. So let's get the conclusion. Summary: 2 women clothes stores, the 1 fancy restaurant, and 1 lunchroom, 2 cocktail lounge, and 1 country variety, and 1 beauty parlor. So a total of 10 stores, and then I really feel guilty that we got the essence of very in a short time, 1 second. So this is the answer we can deliver in this presentation.
Using like a 1 0.
Yeah. Thanks so much.